Hey kids, we're moving on now to the next two um, learning standards or learning goals that we need for this lesson. The first one is how minerals are formed. And then the second one is there's two main divisions or categories of minerals, and we'll learn those names here in just a second. Okay, minerals are formed in three ways. Okay, and they are formed and by natural processes. If we remember the five things, let's go over those again. How their chemical composition, what they're made of. Okay, get my hands over here. Second one, solid. Third, they have to be inorganic, meaning they never were alive. Okay. Fourth is solid, and fifth is natural process. So they can be in any order, but those five things. All right. So, first thing we want to look at is minerals can form when magma and lava cool. Magma is molten rock inside of the earth, under Earth's surface. Okay. So, when it cools, that will form minerals. Okay. It can also be when lava cools. Okay. Lava is generally in the volcano, and when it comes and reached Earth, comes out of Earth's surface and reaches Earth's surface, when it cools, that is another way that minerals form. So the first big thing is when magma and lava cool. Again, you can come back to this video and read this at any time. Also, Tuesday today, I'm going to have a video to show you how to allow the textbook to read to you. It's how you get to the textbook and hit this little speaker deal. So you'll be able to have that available to you too. All right, the second way minerals form is by a word called metamorphism. And we're going to hear that a lot when we get into rocks. And if you have any knowledge of rocks, one of the forms of our types of rocks is metamorphic. So this is the same word there, metamorphism, and that means temperature and pressure cause minerals to form. Okay, so we have magma and lava cooling. Okay, and then we have temperature and pressure, or what is called metamorphism, big word, just meaning temperature and pressure. Okay, the last way is kind of a weird way that maybe you wouldn't normally think about, but water usually has a lot of substances dissolved in it. Okay, salt being one. But as water evaporates, okay, those substances form into solid, okay, and come out of that water solution, or what they call precipitate. It comes out of that solution. Okay, so like gypsum, it says. So when water evaporates, it leaves solids behind, and that is the third type. So if we were to answer these on this question here, the three-way minerals form magma and lava, cooling, temperature and pressure called metamorphism, or from solutions, or solids precipitate out, however you want to state that. Okay, this next section, you might think, ooh, these are big words and difficult. I'm not real worried about you getting fixated on like knowing this stuff really well. I just want you to know the two classifications, okay? The two, if you had to separate minerals, they would be one of these two things, okay? And they're based on chemical composition, again, how they're made. If we go back to those five things again, you're going to get tired of going over them. Solid, inorganic, naturally occurring, chemical composition. Now I got forget the last one. Chemical composition, solid, inorganic, naturally occurring. Oh, crystal structure. Okay. So those are your five things. All right. The two groups are what's called silicate and non-silicate. Okay. If you look at the graph, okay, silicates make up 90% of the minerals in Earth's crust. So that's 9 out of 10. Obviously, that's a lot. So the biggest group here is in silicates. All right. And what all you need to know about silicates is that the two most common elements on Earth's crust. Now, not in the atmosphere, okay, not in the air, but on Earth's crust are silicon and oxygen. Okay, so when minerals that contain those combined together. Those are called silicates, and they make up almost all of the Earth's crust. As you can see, 90%. The other 10%, makes sense, are the non-silicates. Okay? They're just not silicates. Okay? So they do not contain big McBiggie term here, silicate tetrahedron. In other words, they don't contain silicon and oxygen. Okay? Silicates, silicon and oxygen, two elements. Non-silicates do not contain those. Okay? As we go on, these are a whole bunch of different classes. Only thing I want to point out real quickly, native elements, they are composed of just one element. So for instance, copper, silver, gold are examples of native elements. They're minerals that are composed of only one element. All right, that is it for today. You have some questions. Hopefully, this is Tuesday. The Mastery Paths will keep working and we'll get you through this lesson on minerals. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, hope you enjoyed your snow day on Monday. I know you had a little work to do, but it was awfully pretty outside. So I hope you got to enjoy it. All right, take care.